ain't gonna tell me dating and marriage is anything different if I'm pursuing you to be my woman, because I'm gonna treat you the same way in my relationship, the same way I'm gonna treat you in the marriage. It's too many women who think once we sign this paperwork and we cross over and we get married, he gonna treat me any better. No, he the same person he was, the same thing that you accepted, and don't you dare think for 1 minute you can fix your mouth and say, oh, but we married. No, he showed you who he was before he married you. That woman showed you who she was before you married her. Don't you think for 1 second, oh, now I done married her, this gonna change and that gonna change it on the strength of the dead of some marriage. That ain't what's gonna happen. You married who you was with in the beginning. So don't try to tell me dating and marriage ain't the same. A lot of people get married and the whole relationship go down the drain. Who sounds silly? I'm telling the truth. And if anybody on here disagree with what I'm saying, it's because you living in denial. There are way more relationships and marriages have got to a point of where, I guess for lack of better words, where they are stale. And there's always another man that compliments that woman more. There's always another man that shows that woman more attention. There's always another man who willing to do the things that man used to do in the beginning that he no longer do. And vice versa. There's always another woman that can make that man feel special again. They can make that man feel like he's somebody. They can make that man feel valued. But she hasn't put in the amount of work that woman has put in. She has not suffered as much as that woman done suffered. She's not in the mental space that woman is in where that situation is broken. So for you to get on here and say that I'm talking silly, you just in denial. Because the truth of the matter is, it's hard for people to have a grown conversation. The people that call themselves grown. The people that say that they are mature and know how to communicate, these are the people who don't know how to communicate at all. Because how is it that you laying up with this person and you don't know how to help it get back to a place of where it was before? I ain't never understood how I start out with a person having the most fun. I'm talking about, we going out, we laughing all the time. 7, 8 months go by, all of a sudden, it seemed like I'm beefing. I shouldn't speak on marriage? Do what? So you don't think I got married friends? You do know my page is based on ministry, right? You do know how many, you'd be surprised how many married people I have counseled and talked to. You'd be surprised how many scenarios I have heard. I can show you probably, and this is no exaggeration right here, I can show you thousands probably of messages. For you to say I shouldn't speak on marriage until I experience it, that's insane. Because I done talked to these people. I done been around these people. I done seen it for myself. And for the majority of who I've talked to, who I've encountered, who I've been around, they end up in situations where they marriage lose that spark. It just becomes more so routine than a marriage. And if it ain't your experience, maybe you shouldn't be saying what you saying, because this is probably a lot of people's reality, whether it's yours or not. And you want to say dating and marriage is not the same. Let me explain something to you. Dating and marriage can be similar in a lot of ways. When that woman has submitted to that man, because a lot of people got marriage confused because of the paperwork. Let me explain something to you. The paperwork don't stop nam person from cheating. The paperwork don't stop nam person from continuing to love you or not loving you or liking you or mistreating you. The paperwork does not change a person's personality or mindset. The paperwork does not make it good or bad. The paperwork does not change anything. So I don't even know why you want to sit here and fix your mouth and say dating and marriage is two different things. Because if a man is pursuing you to be your husband, if he provides for you, if he there for you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, he pursuing you in that state. And if you want to go biblically, it had nothing to do with the paperwork. It had nothing to do with the paperwork. So you fixing your mouth talking about some paperwork. That ain't what's going on. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. It's a lot of women right now who done got married and did it for the ideology, and they had no idea or cared about what the marriage actually meant. They wanted it more so because of the fairy tale. They wanted the dress. They wanted the reception. They wanted the ring. They wanted to tell the family. They wanted to do all the things so they could say that they was married and had no idea how to carry themselves as a married woman. It's the same thing, vice versa. It's a lot of men out here who done got married, and on the basis of that you didn't understand how you didn't understand what forever was. First and foremost, you didn't understand that woman is going to continue to evolve, and if you don't evolve and understand it and learn how to adjust yourself, you wasn't ready for marriage. There's a lot of people who got married and went to marriage counseling with somebody who did the basic marriage counseling, trying to understand this and understanding that. Not understanding that just because you went to marriage counseling does not mean that either person is going to be that same person they was 3 years ago. That marriage counseling don't necessarily mean that you can survive a marriage. Do you know how many people went to marriage counseling and married after and divorced after a year? See, this is where a lot of people get this confused. To me, even if listen to me, I'm so real. Even if your relationship or your marriage or whatever it is centered in Christ, it can still fail. What is wrong with y'all? And then a lot of people run to, well, it wasn't from God, or you wasn't. Man, listen to me. People change. People evolve. Some people are going to be different in the morning when they wake up. You can pray together and still fail. And people don't want to live in that reality. People want to live in delusion more so than reality. You'll continue to tell yourself, because you married this person, because you pray for this person, you think that the Most High turned this person's heart. And a lot of times the Most High trying to expose to you, no. I really never told you to marry this person. And you will keep praying and praying and praying, and then you'll quote the scripture and lie to yourself. You'll think that because you the woman and you keep praying, you'll think that the Most High turned that person's heart. No, I understand this. I understand this. You want to live in delusion. You want to keep believing that lie. You want to keep holding on to something that ain't even really there, because you don't want. Me personally, I got to marry my best friend. The reason I got to marry the reason I know I'm gonna have to marry my best friend is because I know I'm forever changing. I know as a man, and don't take this as sassy. Even as a man, I know I can be moody. I know sometimes I can be up, sometimes I can be down. It'll seem like I'm coming off as I'm bipolar. I'm gonna need my best friend to understand that this is just one of them moments where he just, you know what I'm saying? I don't need this to be a person who don't understand that and making it about them. I need somebody to understand me through and through, and it's gotta be vice versa. I gotta understand that maybe when she on a cycle this time is this and that, and I can't say to myself, I'm just getting tired of her. I need to understand that this woman come from a privileged background, and sometimes she just spoiled, and that's the only thing that she know. And I need to understand that, man, you can't get tired of that. That's just how she is. I need to marry my best friend that know me through and through, whether we went to marriage counseling or not. I need my best friend to understand I can make a mistake just as well as you, but it does not mean what's going on with you. What's up? I need you to understand. Listen, that don't mean I care about you any less. I need to be able to apologize, take accountability, and move forward. I don't want to hang on to the same thing for a year, for 6 months, for 3-4 months. I don't want to do that. I need my significant other to be my best friend. I don't need my significant other to think somebody else's advice who ain't survived a relationship, who ain't survived a marriage. I don't need somebody else who giving my significant, who taking advice from somebody who been enabled all their relationships and all of their marriages. Just because somebody married, it don't mean that they got great marriage advice. Some of them folks is in marriages and they are very unhappy, and they won't give you the through and through. They'll just tell you this philosophical stuff to make you feel good and keep you pushing through. Now, go on and tell them that man cheated and you took him back. Go on and tell your homeboy how sick of her you were, but you understood it wasn't another woman on this planet that could beat her. Oh, go ahead and talk about how much temptation it was because you was on social media. I ain't saying say that in front of that woman. Protect that woman's feelings. Protect that woman emotion. Protect that. But if I'm talking to another man, don't you sit up here and talk to me as if marriages is peaches and cream. Because I understand that it's work. I ain't saying that it's hard. I understand that it's work. Go ahead and tell her go on and tell him how many times that woman, man, I don't want to hear that soft jelly bag stuff she talking about. Don't be on here giving marriage advice. Man, I done talked to plenty married people. What is you saying? My whole platform is built on ministry. Like I said, and this is no exaggeration, in the last 4 years, if I go through my DM, I guarantee you I can show you thousands of messages. Literally. No exaggeration. I could show you thousands of messages from women that was married. Probably a couple of hundred from men that was married. I know what's going on.